William Hill Vegas sponsors Joshua vs. Whyte on Sky Sports Box Office.
Radio Raheem back with Jonathan Banks. We had a little dust up with Sky Sports, but no harm, no foul. Everybody's all good. So let me take us back to where we were. We were talking about the padding, and I know as you as a trainer, that's not really your business, but you know what your fighter needs and the kind of advantages that he can take. Do you feel like that kind of stuff being in the game is fair game? Is it, or is it a little bit too much?
I mean, one thing everyone has to learn is a side A and a side B. When you're side A, you do what you want to do, and side B have to accept what you do. I mean, that's the bottom line to it. And in any title fight, you got a side A, side B. You got an elite fighter, and you got a contender or coming to be a champion. So that's all it is. But he did nothing illegal. They just didn't like it. So we're not talking about nothing illegal here. Anything you do illegal, you shouldn't do. But we're not talking about anything that's illegal. We're just talking about something they personally did not like.
Now, your fighter, Vladimir Klitschko, has been champion for over 11 years. He's used to being the A side, not used to coming in the ring second. In this rematch, he's going to maybe still be the A side, but come in the ring second and maybe have to put up with a little bit more of Fury shenanigans. Mentally, after the fight, where was he, and how do you build him back to make sure that the confidence is there and he still feels like a champion?
Confidence is there. He shouldn't feel like a champion right now because he's not. He don't have the titles. You got to go get it. To be a champion, you got to go get your titles. And that's how you should feel like a champion, once you earn the right to get your titles. And Vladimir Klitschko will do just that. He will go get his titles. And that's the goal. That's what we're working on. A couple things, I'm thinking I would change up a few things in camp other than that, but I'm looking forward to the fight happening, and I'm looking forward to a win.
And lastly, before we move on to Joshua and Whyte, in the last maybe 2.5 rounds, Klitschko came out like a different guy. He was all of a sudden a man on a mission and was doing much better. What changed in round 9?
Couldn't answer that question. I don't know. It just, at one point, he couldn't let his hands go. At one point, he just started letting them go. Who knows? I don't know. But one thing about it, we working on it. We go fix it up, and we go change a few things so we can get it going.
Now, as a trainer, you can end up on the A side or the B side, and many of the night, it differs. Right. On Saturday night, you're going to be on the B side. Are you at all concerned about the machine behind Anthony Joshua favoring on the cards or pulling little stunts that could disadvantage you?
Favoring on the cards, I mean, it's his show. And I put that in Dillian's head. No matter how you look at it, this is Anthony Joshua's show. This is Anthony Joshua's ref. This is his ref. This is his judges. This is his show. He's supposed to win this fight. We're coming for an upset. I'm not going to be upset about it because I believe Dillian can win. But the majority of every influential person in this in the fight will be upset if Dillian wins because Joshua's supposed to win. He won a gold medal. He's supposed to fight this fight, then fight for world title. He's supposed to be celebrated all over England because he's the new world champion. No one can beat him. Anthony Joshua's unstoppable. That's what's supposed to happen. But there's always a wrench somewhere in the plan. And Dillian Whyte is that wrench in the plans. And I believe Dillian can win this fight. If I didn't believe he could win, I wouldn't have worked with him.
Sitting here in Brixton, the exact thing you just described is evident, being that for American fans who don't know, we're in the Harlem of America.
Exactly.
And yesterday we were in Wall Street and Canary Wharf.
Exactly.
When you see your fighter and know that that's the way this whole thing is being set up, is that part of the motivation? Does he feel a little bit disrespected or like he's the gritty underdog coming to take the golden boy down?
Well, truly, he don't care about the build-up of Joshua because he knows him better than anybody else. And my whole thing is keeping him focused to go out and do what he has to do to win. Sticking to his game plan. Skip what anybody else says they're going to do. Stick to your game plan. Do what I'm asking you to do so you can win this fight.
You said that he knows him better than anyone else. I'm sure you're referring to the fact that they fought as amateurs. He beat him. Do you feel like there's an advantage there, not just psychologically, but is there still technical advantages that you feel like he can work from the first win all the way down the line to now?
Technically, no. Your biggest advantage over anybody is the mental advantage, no matter who you are. If you got a mental advantage over your opponent, you win. It doesn't matter how good they are. If mentally they know you're better, it doesn't matter. Because your mindset is your strongest attribute about the fight. If mentally you think you're better, if he scarred you mentally, then that's like if you get a girl that break your heart. Mentally you could talk to her, but that's always going to be in the back of your head. You would never be with her like you once was, because it's always going to be in the back of your head mentally, because it scarred you. And that's the scar that Joshua still have. Will he be able to fight over it? Will he be able to not think about it? We don't know until Saturday night. But it will play a part in this fight.
And lastly, Jonathan, the way that Anthony Joshua is described as being handled, being the heir apparent to the UK heavyweight champion, all of these things that polish him up and put him out front, people say that maybe his opponent level, the amount of fights that he's really been in that have been tough, are minimal to none. Do you think that Anthony Joshua is a bit of a soft fighter?
No. He won't go. Any fighter who want to go medal, I take my hat off to him, because you had to go through a lot to win it. And the way they got it ranked right now is good for him. Like I say, once again, I told Joshua to his face, I'm happy for you, man. Congratulations on everything you accomplished. But this fight is each other's. Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua, they both is their biggest test right now. Neither one of them has fought nobody with a winning record as this. Neither one of them has fought not one puncher as this. So it's going to be a different fight. Both of them have knocked out guys that haven't been knocked earlier than they has been knocked out in recently. Anthony Joshua stopped the guy who never been stopped before. Dillian Whyte stopped the guy in the first round who's known to go the distance. So you don't know. Both of them haven't fought a guy at this caliber. So this is the biggest test in both of their careers. So that's why, and they both don't like each other. So that's why I say whoever holds their emotions the best, either way it goes, it's going to be a good fight. But whoever holds their emotions back the best and fight with no emotions will be the successor in the fight.
Give me one advantage that Dillian Whyte has over Anthony Joshua, something that can make a play in this fight.
He's a better boxer.
Radio Raheem here with Jonathan Banks, the trainer of Dillian Whyte and Vladimir Klitschko. Got a big year ahead of you, man, and a big year behind you. It's a pleasure to talk to you and to meet you. Radio Raheem with Jonathan Banks.
William Hill Vegas sponsors Joshua vs. Whyte on Sky Sports Box Office.